Hey, it's Michael Saul, also known as Tiny, with the market video for the week of June 10th, 2013. First and foremost, I'd like to thank everybody for the wonderful emails that you have been sending. I had been sick since the 20th of May, started with a fever, chest congestion, moved up to my head, bad sinus infection. I'm still on the antibiotics, but I will tell you the saline and the flush out, no, it's not a neti pot, but it's similar to a neti pot. Rather than at an angle, you lean over the sink and you squirt it up one nostril, comes out the other. It just feels like you're underwater. Thanks to that and the antibiotics, it has cleared up, and it is, wow. Last week exactly, last Saturday, I was looking to stab myself in the face with an ice pick. And that would only be mildly funny if it wasn't true. It hurt like, wow. So anyway, thank you so much for all the great emails. I really appreciate it. Now I'm ready to hit the ground running here. Let's take a look at the market. And I've been catching up on my reading over the weekend. And here's what I'm looking at for the coming week. So we continued down last week. First, we hit the measured move down here, and then we continued down and hit the 50-day moving average, where we had a nice sharp reversal on Thursday. Okay, now I have been talking, and I had been saying that even a 5% retracement from up here is only going to bring us down to the 50-day. Like, everybody's looking to call the high, but even a 5% pullback, and I think it was a little bit more than 5%, it really doesn't matter, would only bring us down to the 50-day moving average, and that's what it did. Now, are we out of the woods here yet? Are we just going back to new highs? I'm not so sure. All right, on Friday, we had the gap up, a little bit of a fade, not much, then we closed basically at the highs with a late afternoon breakout. Volume was lame. All right, breadth isn't super fantastic, unbelievably strong here, but, volume has been lame most of the way up. And breadth has been not super terrific, fantastic most of the way up. Okay, it wasn't negative. It was still quad digits, plus 1,100 or whatever it is on Friday, plus, I believe, almost 1,600 on Thursday. All right, so if you read the newsletter, I go into this a little bit more in depth, which is what the newsletter is for. It's still no cost. We're working on something in regards to rolling it out, which is why it hasn't gone pay yet. So you folks get the benefit of it by still getting it for free here. I didn't really update it that much this week because I just wanted to sleep all the time. But I'm back in business, and it'll be updated this week again. I still did the situation report. We still did a really good job nailing the reversal, looking for the 50-day, looking for a reversal there for a long opportunity. So even though it wasn't completely updated, it still has value. All right, obviously, once we launch and we go pay, we're not going to have that luxury of not updating it every day. So anyway, from here, I want to see if we could get going up to this high. All right, I want to see if the bulls are back in town here. We have a couple of levels that are key, and one of them is this one right here, because this is where we came up and tested this high, even though it was only after a couple of days. And then, of course, this high up here. When this happened, I said I don't think it's enough time in between to be considered a real test. But now, if we were to test up here, and like I said, either putting in a lower high, matching high, or higher high, with a divergence, that would be enough time in between peaks to look for a sell signal, look for a divergence here. But right now, it's the bull's ball to lose. It's a bull's ball to fumble here. Back over the 50-day, back over all the moving averages on a rebound off the 50-day moving average. Let's see if they could keep it going here. Russell, okay, basically looks the same. The Dow, who really cares, looks the same. And the NASDAQ, okay, lagging, but also didn't quite get the 50-day moving average. So that's it. I'm going to watch to see if the bulls can step up this week here and can continue what they did the end of last week. Any questions, feel free to contact me. I'll talk to everybody via the daily email, the newsletter, or in next week's video. Take care, and again, thank you so very, very much for the emails.